Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
You can go around the world and not find a better beer than Samuel Adams. Always a good decision.
Bazinga.
Subscribe to Just M1ke Plays, right, for all you can see without the use of a PC.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all keeping well and welcome back to a brand new episode of my One New England save here on Football Manager 2019 Touch. Now, as you can see from the screen before your eyes, your boy has managed to take the New England Revolution to the third spot in the Eastern Conference, and we have managed to secure that amazing, lovely, tasty, tastes so good playoff spot as well. And yeah, it's been a hard, long season, but we've managed to get the job done. As you can see, we're sitting 5th overall in the Supporters' Shield as well. So we're just going to quickly head over to the schedule now. Just forget about that dismal display against Atlanta United, a 3-0 loss in pretty much the worst performance ever to be recorded on a football management game. Period. We then managed to come home to Gillette Stadium and pick up a 2-1 victory at Orlando City. Christian Pinilla and Victor grabbing the goals for us in this one, in what was quite a cagey affair, to be perfectly honest. In the first half, both teams not really going for it, but in the second half, both teams flourished in some good football from both sides, but we were the more clinical on the day. We then had a very convincing 4-0 victory against Real Salt Lake. Yeah, this one was quite surprising to me. It was perfect, very, very perfect all round. As you can see, Callum Rowe, poor Callum, why can't you still play for the Revolution? But he still managed to grab 3 goals and a hat-trick for him in this game, and Christian Pinilla. Scotty Caldwell unfortunately did pick up an injury. I did have the actual option to give him an injection to be able for him to be able to play this game against Montreal Impact, but I did think that could obviously have a knock-on effect a little bit further on in his career, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to be safe with this one. We've got enough depth kind of in that position at the moment anyway to kind of be okay to cover him. So going to be a huge miss, because Scott Caldwell has been a integral part of this team, but luckily for maybe like Shaughnessy or maybe Casado has got now an opportunity to fill some rather big boots this season and get a few minutes under their belts. But hopefully he will be back for the final if we do make it that far in the MLS Cup. So nothing else to really tell you about, so I suppose we best get into today's lineup for the New England Revolution versus Montreal Impact. So we have today's lineup as the New England Revolution do line up with Matt Turner starting in goal, a back four of the ever-present from left to right, Lamore, Mancian, Browning and Brandon Boyd. Just in front of them in the midfield central partnership, Connor Shaughnessy and Kone. Just in front of him on the left, we have Christian Pinilla. On the right, Diego Fundunguez. Callum Rowe sitting in an attacking midfield role, and Juan Agadella up top. Montreal Impact have got some players that to obviously keep their eye on. Baki Sanya there, obviously, he's still got it in his locker. We've got Parks in the middle of the park, and then we have got Patty out on the left-hand side. But overall, this should be quite an interesting match. I'm going to predict that the New Revolution hopefully should come away at least with a point. But Montreal Impact have got all to play for, as they're looking to secure that last playoff spot. But before we get into the live com of the Montreal Impact taking on New Revolution, we have got a few words from today's sponsor.
I love going all natural. It just makes me feel better. Nothing between me and my 100% all natural, juicy, grass-fed beef.
Introducing the All Natural Burger, the first ever in fast food, with no antibiotics, no added hormones, and no steroids. Only at Carl's Jr.
As I said, Montreal Impact have got the most to win and lose from this game. A win could potentially project them into the playoffs, depending on obviously how results go elsewhere. The New England Revolution obviously already secured their playoff spot, so they're just playing for pride, I suppose, at this point. But at the same time, they do still want a decent spot in the playoffs, so they aren't going to want to lose this one just in case a team does jump above them and take that elusive third spot. So hopefully New England can get on the scoreboard nice and early here. We're hoping for a nice early goal, as it does look to be. Montreal Impact potentially on the front foot, although the Revolution have had 80 or 79% possession of the ball so far Obviously, Callum Rowe scoring, a few goals in that last game, 3 goals for him. Hopefully, he can return some of that form in today's game. I don't think he'll be grabbing a hat-trick, but who knows? As Montreal Impact should cause us a bit more of a challenge than what the Real Salt Lake team did. Opening 15 minutes have gone now, nothing really happening. It does, as I say, seem to be us in control of possession, but it's actually Montreal doing more with the possession they are having with the ball. 3 shots, 2 of those on target to our 1 shot, none of it on target, but we have got an opportunity now. Lamore on the left hand plays the ball into Agudelo. Agudelo just running with the ball, not too sure why he didn't shoot there. He did play the ball to Diego Fundungas, who had a little bit of space there, but did just rebound the ball into the defender. Shaughnessy there tracking back, lovely tackle from him. I'm not really too sure why Agudelo didn't just try a curling shot there. I thought it was on from the angle I was looking at it. Obviously, on a different day, we're not too sure what could have happened. But Callum with a deep cross now, free kick, into the box, heading towards the back post. But Bakary Sagna now bringing the ball out. Pati out on the Pati. I don't know how you pronounce his name. He's got the ball though, whatever his name is. Plays the ball into the middle. Mancien though, towering above Shaughnessy now playing the ball forward to Agudelo. He's got Christian Pinea on the left hand side. He does use Pinea, who plays the ball hopefully now back into the middle to Agudelo. He does. Just tried a little bit too much there. As you see Diego peeling away from his man, but it's now that man, Paiti, I don't know how you pronounce his name, I'm going to pronounce it different every single time I say it. Parks down the ball. Another player who's he's probably quite similar. I'm not really sure how you pronounce half these names. Sagna though, I know Bakary Sagna plays the ball back post. Big save from Matt Turner. Brandon Boy with a huge tackle there as well. Last ditch tackle as it states right there. Massive moment there for Montreal Impact as they do look to be putting the Revolution under some pressure here. And early on, it does seem to be all the ball is at the New Revolution's feet, but we're not doing anything with it. So we do need to look, hopefully, to maybe take this from cautious and potentially move into a slightly more positive play now. As it doesn't look like we're going to be catching Montreal Impact on the counter-attack as much as what we did against the last few games. Although today we did actually go all-out attack against. Lovely, well dealt with there by Mancien. Shaughnessy can he put a tackle in here? Parks now being left to run, plays the ball out to the left hand side. Another huge header there from Mancien, but drilled in Keaton Parks with his 4th goal of the season. What a finish! He's a player I pinpointed out right at the start of the game to be a player to watch, and he's delivered on that promise there that he is a player to watch as he kind of starts the build up here. Plays the ball out to the left hand side. The cross in the middle, not the best. It's dealt with once again by Mancien. He's been really good this game so far, but Parks just takes his time, controls the ball down, and Matt Turner really, for me, should have done better there. But it is Montreal Impact 1, New England Revolution 0. Not the best start to the game, although we are 30 minutes in. As you see, that has been impactful as the New England Revolution now have dropped down to 4th spot, which is not what I wanted to do. As Browning starts the ball, as we do look to build from the back now. Kona coming deep to collect the ball back to Browning. Prowls it out to the right hand side. Diego Fundungas just hugging that touchline. I didn't even actually spot him there. Switches the ball, lovely switch there to Christian Pinea. Pinea now driving into the middle, finds Kona. Kona back to Pinea. Pinea has a shot, but it's wide. But that's a decent build-up play there from the Revolution, finding Diego Fundungas out on that right-hand side, cross ball to Pinea. Pinea driving in, but not finding the space that he maybe wanted to, as now we do look to potentially get hit on the counter-attack as they play the ball into the middle here. Now back to Parks, the goal scorer. Plays the ball back outside to that left-hand side. Seems to have a lot of time and space on that left-hand side at the moment. Seems to be the revenue that they look to be building their play down from. But it's not really the best start to the game here. As I said, the Revolution not really offering much going forward. As we do have a free kick here, Callum Rowe plays the ball to the box, but he's kind of dealt with a clusterfuck of players just in the middle there. Not too sure what happened. Diego plays the ball back out to Rowe to deliver once more though. Drills it into the box this time, misses every single player. Panini will collect the ball, plays it back to Agudelo. Not too sure what Agudelo is doing this far outside. As Shaughnessy though is tackled, but Lamore, can we actually turn this into anything? Is this going to be a highlight of anything of note? Well, just playing the ball around nicely here as Kone's got quite a lot of space. Not too sure why he's not driving into that space. He just playing ball forward. Pinea, first time cross, Diego Fundungas back post. There it is, 5th goal of the season. Diego, the man Fundungas, back post OP. That's not even a thing in this year's game really. But 35 minutes in, it's New England Revolution 1, Montreal Impact 1. Kone here, not really too sure why he wasn't driving forward, but obviously he spotted something I didn't spot. Christian Pinea peeling outside on the left-hand side. First time cross and a lovely time run and finish from your boy Diego. New England Revolution 1, Montreal Impact 1. Game on for the Revolution. We do move back up to third as well, which is pleasing to see. I do kind of want us to finish in that third spot if we can. Obviously, the destiny is in our hands, but Montreal aren't going to give up without a fight here, as they are looking to obviously try and claw their way back into the playoffs. So I'm actually going to go attacking here, as we do actually look to be hopefully creating a little bit more, though. It's a little more plays the ball down the line, but it is actually picked up once more, and it will be Montreal to come on another attack here, as they have been pretty much all game. That's a poor ball over the top. Bai is going to come and collect this one, though. Hopefully he does a sensible thing. He does, plays it back to Turner. Turner to Kono now. Kono turns, has a look, just takes a little bit of time the ball, then plays it to Mancien. Mancien drives the ball forward to Agadello. Agadello knocks the ball on, but there is no one running past him, which has kind of been a little thing that's been happening this season, which is not too sure what I'm going to do next year. I hope I might try two up top formation as well. Agadello does win a lot of headers, and he does that little knock on quite a lot, but there is never anyone running past him. I was hoping maybe Callum Rowe might have been the player, but he wasn't there. Oh my word, Keaton Parks with another absolute banging goal. He did put that one away indeed. 41 minutes in, it's now Montreal Impact 2, New England Revolution 1, with Keaton Parks once more showing why I picked him out as a player to watch. The ball is out on the left-hand side here. Plays the ball, into the middle. Sees the man is free, as we do try to double up on him, and he just absolutely belts the ball. I'm not too sure. I think that's post crossbarring in, but whatever it is, it's a banging goal. I'm not too sure why he's only scored 5 goals. Though I do think he was quite a late signing, actually, to the Montreal Impact, if I am correct, because I'm sure he would have scored a lot more if he'd been there a full season. But as you can see from the breakdown of the game, we've still got the more possession of the ball, although we're not doing as much with it. 8 shots, 6 of those on target to the Impact, with our 5 shots to 1. We do look to be going in at the break, though, 2-1 down, which is not ideal. So a lot to be done for me at half time. I am going to go in, have a word with the boys, do a little bit of reshuffling, and hopefully come out in the second half fighting. Before we said that, though, I've got a Callum Rowe free kick, and he has drawn us level. His 11th goal of this season. Callum Rowe, take a bow, son. What a strike, drawing us level at the death of half time. Callum Rowe with a precision free kick. The goalkeeper got a hand to it, but not a strong hand, just pushes it into the roof of his net. Callum Rowe rolls around on the floor like Sonic the Hedgehog, and we do move back up into that third position. And I've still got a lot of work to do at half time. That hasn't changed what's going to happen, because things need to change. We cannot have another half like that. So I'll join you guys back for the second half. Second half is underway. Just a few little tweaks here and there to the Revolution side. No substitutions made by either team. And hopefully the Revolution can start on the front foot here. Diego Fundunga. Is this going to be a highlight of note, or is it going to be that pointless free kick highlight? Not free kick, I mean kick-off highlight. It was as I kind of thought it was. Or 8 shots to 8. Or they have had 6, we've only had 3. Hopefully we can start, as I said, on the front foot here and grab a nice early goal. That would be kind of the key to this. Really is getting a foothold in this game, really. So I do feel like we've been the reactive team and not really a very proactive team in this game, as we do just look to, as I say, react every single time Montreal does something. It's good character, the fact that we can come back from obviously going goals down, but it's not a position we'd like to be in. I'd rather us be 2-0 up rather than obviously coming back from 2-2. But it is pleasing to see that we can do that. It is in our locker, and but it's not what I kind of want the team to be out. Agadello not really having the best game for me. As I say, he has been a lone striker all season. He's been performing well, but these last few games, he's just not really performing at the level. It's really since he came back from his injury, not really performing to the level that he was, especially in that first half of the season. And I do think I'm actually going to bring him off now, because he's not really doing what I kind of need him to do. We're kind of 60 odd minutes in now, and he's not really gave me any reason to keep him on the pitch. It is going to be Victoria who's going to come on, and hopefully the youngster can kind of do something and get his name in headlights and grab us that goal that we need. We desperately need a goal now. We want to make sure we're securing the third spot. Another goal to Montreal Impact, and that could be it. It's the thin lines here between making third and fourth, which it might not be the worst thing that ever happens. We're still in the playoffs at the end of the day. Montreal is still fighting to get in there, but I would like to finish third if at all possible. Which as I said, destiny is in our own hands at the moment, and I'd like to secure this season. Really, it's been a pretty solid season, I'd say. We've had some good performances, some pretty good ones, pretty bad ones as well. We're still quite far off where I want us to be. I want us to be the most dominant force in MLS history. It's going to take a few more seasons. I think this was a good season for me. Good first season. looks like, I've got my feet under the desk now, kind of finding out how the team plays, what we're all about, and I do still know, I know exactly where we need to strengthen, and yeah, it's going to be a good off season this season, and hopefully we can finish this season strong though, and put a decent run in the playoffs, and hopefully get to the final and if not win it. But I think it's a big ask for the players here. I don't think we've got the quite caliber of players, but who knows on the day what can happen, as they are looking to attack as they play the ball back out on the left hand side now. Yeah, they do try to play the ball into the box, but it's blocked. But they've managed to find that man Parks again. He's just driving forward, and we're allowing him. But the shot has been blocked, and they have got a corner this time round. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to actually getting my teeth stuck into the transfer market. There's a few players that hopefully will be released from the squad come the end of the season. Turner there making himself a huge presence and collecting the ball and calming things down. And we've now got a corner. Callum Rowe plays the ball. Shaughnessy found some space. What's he going to do with it? Oh, just absolutely belts it at the defender there. Rowe's now got another opportunity. Plays it back into Shaughnessy. Shaughnessy has a long drive from outside the box, but it is just wide. The goalkeeper was a bit worried there, scrambling across his goal, but it was hit wide. As I said though, looking for the Revolution roster at the moment, I'm kind of content with it. It's not, nowhere near where it needs to be. I want a lot of depth in each position. Oh my God, Parks there with another absolute banging opportunity. This time though, it is high, wide, and handsome, and not very handsome even. Oh no, it was pretty handsome. It wasn't far off. As we've got the ball now quite deep in our own half on the left hand side, plays the ball into Pinea to Kone. Kone finds Callum Rowe. Callum Rowe plays a lovely ball there out to Diego Fundungas. Fundungas running at defender, plays the ball into Victor. Oh, lovely tackle there, but Pinea nearly pouncing upon that opportunity. A very even second half this one has been. I think, we've definitely coming back into the game a lot more now. It does look like Victor's kind of added something extra up top as they actually do make a substitution and bring on another striker. No, it's a striker, sorry. Oh no, Christian Pinea wants to come off. Okay, that might not be the worst thing, to be fair. I mean, he's had a really good game, to be fair. Well, not very really good. He's had a decent game, to be fair. And I'm going to bring on Pelosi here. He's had a few games. Oh no, I've just took off the wrong person. I've just took off. I wanted to take off Christian Pinea. Fat fingers and all that. I was thinking, why is Luis Casado coming up? Because I don't think he can play the left. But yeah, he's had a few games for me. He's played all right, and as I said, he's on a really small wage. And they're the kind of players that I like to have around the squad. The depth players that don't moan, don't complain, that know they're not going to be playing week in and week out, but are still a decent quality and can still do a job when they're called upon, and they're not actually taking up a lot of the wage budget. They're not too sure what Diego Fundungas was doing there, as we do actually find ourselves on the back foot as they play a lovely ball over the top. Jackson Hamill there plays the ball into Matt Turner. That's right. He played it into him. It wasn't really a fierce, ferocious shot or anything. But yeah, they're the kind of players I like, because I've got a few players on the bench who think they should be, playing some more game time. We're not really actually even on the bench, just the players who aren't really good enough to get into the first team. And, they've probably played 3 or 4 games, a handful of games this season, purely because they're not in my plans. And they're called. That's why the whole the squad harmony I went on in the last episode was quite low. But there's still a lot of work to be done, and the team is, shaping okay at the moment as Matt Turner launches the ball forward. Callum Rowe now with the ball, plays outside to Diego. Diego tries across, but it is blocked. As we've got a corner, 87 or 88th minute into the game now. Can we potentially snatch this in the last few moments as Callum Rowe delivers the corner into the box? It is actually collected by Bush, and Montreal Impact now calm things down. It's been a pretty good second half, to be fair. I think we've played pretty well. If we've had a few opportunities ourselves, they've had a few opportunities. It's been a decent game. Not too sure what happened there. They have got a corner though. Not really too sure what happened at all there. Oh, we've given away a free kick. Kone can actually come off, to be fair, as he has played a lot of minutes. Luis Casado, come on. Been a pretty good substitution. A player plays on the bench. Oh no, what's happening here? Surely should only be a yellow card, ref. Just a warning, not even a yellow card. Yeah, Luis Casado has been a decent player for us, to be fair. He's come off the bench quite a lot, but he's when he has been called upon, he has put in a decent shift, and he's been a really, really good squad player. Hopefully we won't concede here. I don't want to be going in, losing going into the playoffs after losing a game where we've actually played pretty decent. I mean, our first half wasn't the best, But I think we've done enough in the second half to warrant this 2-2 scoreline. They're having a lot of set pieces, which is not ideal, though. That one is actually dealt with. They've got another opportunity to play the ball in here. They do play it deep into the back post, but Lamore has dealt with it. Not very far, though, as it's come out once more, but a lovely tackle there. As I do think this game, hopefully now, will peter out and end in a 2-2 draw. It's just, oh yeah, they're just defender for a defender, so they're not actually, I thought they were going to go for it then. I thought they were potentially bringing on another striker and just absolutely going to go ham at me and try and grab this last goal, as this could be their last, kick of the season for them. We're obviously in the playoffs. I'm not too sure how this works for them. Looks like they've changed their formation. I think it's a little bit too late for them to be doing anything. They're focusing down the wings, great, but it's, we've got a few seconds left of this game left. Hopefully nothing's going to come of their change of formation. Come on, ref, throw the whistle. We're an extra minute into added on time here, as the referee is just seeming to allowing this to go on. Please, no, not like this. No, there it is. The referee has blown his whistle, and it has ended. New England Revolution 2, Montreal Impact 2. Do you want to quickly just have a look, see if I can see? Oh, yeah, no. They haven't done enough. That must mean that, how did Orlando? Orlando got a 1 draw as well. So to be fair, if Orlando would have actually lost that game, Montreal would have actually potentially gone through on goal difference. So, yeah, a bit bittersweet there. Obviously, sweet for us, bitter for Montreal, as they do go, another season without getting into the playoffs. Well, I don't know, actually, to be fair, I might have got into the playoffs last season. Can't really remember. Yeah, but it's great news for us. Obviously, managed to finish off this season on a high. So what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm actually just going to quickly head over to the squad and we'll have a quick rundown of who's performed well for me and all that kind of good stuff. And then hopefully we'll have the news coming in of who we're going to be playing in the playoffs. So we'll go by goals first of all. Like I said there, Juan Agudelo finishing on 18 goals. A really, really solid performance from him. As said, since coming back from his injury, not really been as prolific as he was. I do think he could have easily broke that 20-goal barrier if he didn't have that injury. Obviously missed a few games for that, and then obviously, as I said, just didn't come back as strong. Callum Rowe, they did pick up the mantle of goal scorer, though, while he was away. 11 goals for him and 7 assists as well for Callum Rowe, which I believe he is joint top with 3 other players on that 7. We then got Diego with 5 goals, 7 assists. They've got Kone as well, 5 goals, 2 assists. So some really, really good performances from players. A player which, to be fair, I'm going to be really, really sad to see leave at the end of this season is our left back Lamore. He's just been so good, as you see there. 7.04 average for the whole season. 28 games played, 2 goals and 6 assists. He's been absolutely immense. I've tried my hardest to try and get him in. I just physically can't afford him, and to be fair, he doesn't actually want to come and join the club. So even if I was to give him the money they want, which I did attempt to, even though I knew I couldn't afford it, even then, there wasn't a contract that could have been secured. He doesn't actually want to come and play full time. I am going to try and get him back on another season's long loan next season, but obviously, based on the fact that he played so well for us, I'm not too sure what Sporting are going to want to do with him. Other players obviously on loan that have played really, really well. Christian Pineda, again, another player that I couldn't secure the rights to, unfortunately, this time round. Connor Shaughnessy as well, solid. I say 17 games, them 17 games he played, and probably multiple ones off the bench for us. He's just been a really, really key part to the whole midfield central partnerships. He's coming when he needs to be, when we've got suspensions or injuries. He's put in a good shift. Just like, to be fair, I'm going to be sad to see him and Casado. Casado isn't going because he is on loan at the moment, but I have managed to agree transfer fee for him, so he actually is now a New England Revolution player. But I'm going to be sad to see him go as well. But yeah, overall, we've had some really, really good performances. We've actually had a few players which haven't played at all. We've not seen Hayache, or we haven't seen Femi play at all in a Revolution shirt. Guillermo, as you can see there, has got a transfer agreed, as well as Cody Cropper, and obviously you can see Lewis Casado there, which he's transferred to me. Got some unhappy players, obviously Andrew Farrell only playing 6 games for me this season. That's just because Brandon Boy grabbed his opportunity when he had it and just ran with it, and there's pretty much no reason for me to drop him throughout the season. But we've got some good depth players there, which hopefully they'll have maybe a little bit more of an impact next season. But we've got a lot of work to be doing. As I say, most of these players on loan will be leaving out. So as you can see, that's our left back gone, our left attacking midfielder gone, kind of midfield central, but he'd kind of be a bench player at the moment. We've got a few players that will be leaving that are good depth pieces, and one huge piece in Christian Pinilla to be leaving as well. So I'm going to quickly just fast forward now, guys, and see who we're going to be drawn against in the playoffs. It's exciting times to be a Revolution fan. Okay, the draw has been made, and as you can see, the Revolution are playing Orlando City of all teams in the wildcard. So this one is going to be a juicy game indeed. I wonder if we can just quickly look at how we've played against Orlando City. Obviously, we beat them 2-1 very, very recently. We picked up a 1-0 loss there. Did we only play them 2 times this season? I've got a feeling we played them potentially. No, we didn't. I thought we played them right near the start of the season as well. So we did only play them twice this season. 1 win, 1 draw, and yeah, it's equal on goal difference as well. So this one is going to be pretty. This is probably one of the best ones we could actually ask for in terms of entertainment for you guys. I'm a little bit concerned. We're only a few days away. We have had news, unfortunately, though, as you can see just here, that Christian Pinilla is going to be out as well. So that is huge. And it's going to have to take a whole reshuffle to kind of potentially work the squad into this one. I'm not really 100% sure what I'm going to do just yet. But yeah, that's interesting. That is interesting. Orlando City. I am pretty worried too here, guys. Yeah, it's going to be entertaining for you guys, hopefully, but not the best news for me, as I say, Christian Pinilla and Scott Caldwell out injured. Anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed today's episode, then don't forget to show your support by dropping a like on the video, and don't forget to be sure to turn on the notification bell if you don't want to miss the New Revolution taking on Orlando City in the MLS wildcard game. And I have been Just M1ke Plays, and I'll speak to you legends soon.